Hello and welcome to our channel, Loving Handcrafts by BMW. So this is Brenda, and today I am going to be continuing using what I have in my stash. So that's my theme for this year. The only thing I purchased was this mixed media pad from my local craft store, Michael's. So I'm going to continue to play with my sprays. So apparently this is turned into a thing. So let's show you what I got. So I've got a whole variety. I don't have all of them, but I got a fair amount of distressed mica stains, right? So I got a whole bunch of those. So instead of making tags this time, I'm just going to use the whole page. Because last week I used made tags, cut out tags first, and then I was like, well, you know, okay, so let me just try to use the whole sheet. Then that way I'll just have these panels or bigger backgrounds, you know, I can cut them down. This is a little too tight. My watch. It's a little too tight, hurting my wrists. So then I don't already have a plan in mind. So this sheet from Stratmore mixed media paper is 6 by 8. So I can still get the 4 1/4 panel out of this or something less than that. I could make it into a tag if I want. I could die cut it and, you know, with different things. So I'm a little bit more flexibility than just making tags. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing I did last video, which I'll reference. I've got my brayer. I got my little smushy pad. I didn't clean it very well. I've got my water. I've got my sprays. I've got my little paper towel and my little wet wipe. And then I have my heat tool. And on the other side is the rack, which I just have all these sprays laid on. So let me just move those out the way. So I'm going to do a variety. I'm going to either smush, pounce, or use the brayer or some combination thereof. I've tried beforehand to go ahead and shake these up, so I'm going to do it again. So, but for my first, I think I'm going to use, I'm going to put down the, I'm going to use these. I think these were like the Halloween thing, so themed. So this is Wicked Elixir, Fortune Teller, and then Juniper Berry. So those are the 3 that I'm going to be using. But I'm going to start with the, here's a little ball in there. Yep, I'm going to start with this. So there's no, just going to use this side. Move this out the way. So I've got a bigger canvas. So I'm trying not to be intimidated. But, so I'm going to just spray in a couple of spots. Okay. And I didn't wet it. I think I can do a little bigger spray. Okay. I'm not going to hit it with water yet because I don't know what it's going to do. But I'm going to dry it. And now I see why I like working with tags, because I don't feel so intimidated. Let's get it with the water. Get some movement going. There is something to be said about tags. And I didn't wet the paper beforehand, but I just kind of put some water on it. Oh, you know what? Let's bring this in here. Not sure. Not sure. We'll trust the process. We'll just trust the process. I'm going to get that to move a little. It's pretty. I mean, it reminds me of the Distress Stains. Again, I'm an amateur at this, but maybe I should have wet the paper. So I'm gonna let that dry a little, but I'm gonna put some water down. Let's see if I like that one. So the next color I'm gonna try is Fortune Teller. Interesting. Wipe that off. Interesting. Wet it up below. I didn't mix them together. It's really interesting. Let's see if I can get them to move a little. And then I just sprayed it with water again. Very interesting. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just hitting it with a little water. I'm leaving that in there. Maybe I'll see what happens. Purple and green. Purple and green. Very interesting. Turn it off. And then the next color is the Fortune Teller Juniper. Yeah, Juniper. It's like a little blue. Okay. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Just getting that to run a little. Oh, now it's pulling on this side. I want it to pull that much. There is something to be said about using a smaller canvas, because this could be quite intimidating. So what I think I'm going to do is put some wick, pick up that, and take this. Got some splotches. Whoop. Just splotch some. On top of that. I didn't know that was bent like that. Flick some on. Let's heat it up. Getting some nice splatters. Interesting. I'm going to try to leave some white spots. Interesting. Very interesting. Do a little lift up. Very interesting. Not gonna lie, it's interesting. Got a little pooling right there. I didn't mean to get that. So I can reactivate that. Get that pooling out of there. Interesting look, y'all. So, what do you think about the spraying? This is just me spraying straight from the bottle. And I'm drying it as best I can. Got some nice splatters going on. Just try to dry that up a little. Think I should hit it some more. What about the fortune teller? No, it's in between. I got the 3 colors in between here. I think I'm gonna leave it alone. So I got, like, you can get all 3 and the little mixture going on. So yeah, I'm gonna let this just dry. I'm satisfied with that. I'm not gonna play with it anymore. That's what it looks like. Very interesting. Very, very interesting color combination. So that's me just spraying over the panel. So I'll put that over to the side to dry. Let's try the same color. So I'm gonna get 2 using a different technique. I'll move my tray out the way. Got a very small space over here, y'all. So I'm going to lay down. I'm going to leave that stiff there on my desk, but I'm going to lay down. Oh, now it doesn't want to. Okay. I don't have time to play with it. I'm just going to do this. It's going to lay a little bit down. I'm not sure why the straw is bent. I think I'm going to do the mushing. But I think I'm going to wet just spritz the paper a little. And then I think I'm going to smush. What y'all think? Just going to smush it in the corners. I'm going to bring that over so you can see me smushing. That's all I'm doing. I'm smushing around the corners. Okay. I think I'll work over here so you guys can see me. And then I'm going to, and I just sprayed the water, the mixed media cardstock with water. And now I'm just going to dry it a little bit. So then the next color is going to be on top of this. It's going to be the fortune teller. This is the fortune teller. Let's put that over here so I can have a bigger surface. Let's wipe this up. Go ahead and wipe all that up. I have to get me some more. Right. And I am not going to clean that off, but I am going to smush. I didn't wet it this time. And then I'm going to wet it after. See what I get. Add a little bit of water. So now I'm just swirling it in there. And I'm really pressing down. And I'm just twisting this. See if I can get an interesting pattern. Like I said, it's no rhyme or reason. Just doing it that way. Interesting. I'm just doing what feels natural. It's interesting. On top of that, interesting little technique there. I just made that up. It looks really weird. I don't know if I like it or dislike it, but I just laid it on top. It's doing something weird. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to leave that there. But before I do the juniper berry, I'm going to just hit it with a little bit of water. Maybe I'll just spray the juniper berry on. See if I can get any splatters. That's interesting. Just put that on top. Not sure if I like it. Something said if you don't like it, just use the sprayer. Very interesting color. That spreaded that juniper berry. I kind of like it. Looks like finger painting. Got two different types of looks here. I think I like that with the brayer, with that juniper berry. Let's see if I can get some water splatters. It's a little wet. Interesting look, don't you think? Not sure. Okay. Not sure. I want to go with another color. Let's put a little bit more Elixir. Can I even? Won't even spray. Won't even spray out. Let's see. Oh, let's make sure I close that up real good. Got a bad habit of not closing stuff. Oh, like it. While it's wet, move it around with the brayer. Oh, interesting. Interesting look. Oh, not unpleasant. Not unpleasant. I don't know if I ruined it, but interesting look here. We get a little bit of the stain shown underneath. Interesting. I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay. Like I said, sometimes when you just leave it alone and come back to it, you like it better. I got an interesting look. It's really interesting. Reminds me of birthday cake. Especially with that citron. Okay. So I used two different techniques and got two totally different panels. I don't know which one I like. Those are the two that I got. Okay, put those over to the side to dry. So that's color combination 1. Let me clean up. Let's make sure I was missing one. Clean that up. I'm going to put you on pause and clean up and then come back. Okay, there you go. Pause, pause, pause. Okay, so I've cleaned up everything And these are the colors that I'm using. Harvest Moon, Yuletide, and Burning Ember. So those are the colors. So I think I'm going to try to spray them first like before. Continue with that. But this time I'm going to just dampen this just ever so slightly. Okay. That's that one. And I'm just going to let the colors run. I'm going to hang off on that. I'm going to use the Burning Ember next. Okay. And then I'm going to use the Yuletide. Okay. Now, I got all three colors down. I'm going to hit it with the water. And then I'm going to heat it up. Let's see, I got some cooling. Let's see if I can pour that. Interesting. I think I like using the smaller canvas or the smaller pieces of paper. But interesting. But it's interesting. It's pretty interesting. It's going to be pretty. I can tell. Oh, that's pretty right there. I can tell. It's going to be pretty. Alright, I'm going to get dry. Okay, I'm not going to let it get too dry. So put down another hit of Harvest Moon. Burning Ember next. Let's try to remember that. It's very intense, that Burning Ember. And then a splotch of Yuletide. Let's see. Hit it with some water. I'm coming from one direction with the water. So sprayed it that way. Very interesting book. I keep saying that. I feel like it's Spock. Fascinating, Captain. Fascinating, Captain. Put my hand in there and swirl it about. See what I like it. This time I didn't check the brayer on it, but I think I'm going to use the brayer method next. Now you can keep going how you would want to do it. Got some nice splatters in here. I think I'm going to stop. And then just let it dry naturally on its own. But I think that looks pretty. I think that looks pretty. Okay, so I'm going to leave that over there. And I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm not going to waste this. I'm going to use my next sheet. You know what? I'm not going to use my brayer. I'm going to see what I get by swirling the paper in here. Since it's all over my glass mat. You don't get as intense color, but getting a nice pull. So it looks interesting. Interesting. Let me rock that paper on there. Interesting. Really don't want to dry it over here. Getting that pulling. Just run my finger through it. Okay. Whoops! It's coming off the side. Interesting. Okay, let's put it over here and dry it up a little. Interesting look. Oh my god, I gotta come up with another word other than interesting or fascinating. But that was just me running it through what was left on the mat. Wow, what a fun time to just play with what you have. That was cool right there. What if I now pick up some of this Yuletide? Give some intense color there. Oh, was that Yuletide? Yeah, that was Yuletide. Just some splotches of Yuletide. Let's see if I can do something interesting with this. I got a little lift off of that. Oh yeah, pretty. Got some lifting. Interesting. Got some splatters right there. Okay. Interesting. Oh Lord. Fascinating. Not too bad. Two different looks. Now you could keep going to get a rich color if you want it to keep going, but this is more muted than that. But I kind of like it. Okay. I will be right back. I'm going to clean up and then come back with my last two colors. Okay, I'm back. So I've got my next couple of colors. Juniper Berry, Iron Gate, and Frozen Fog. So I'm going to use Frozen Fog first. I think that's the ticket. Juniper Berry, and then Iron Gate. Okay, so I'm going to stick them in the order that I want to use them. Let's move over. Okay, so I'm going to spray it on first. I'm not going to put any water down. So this is Frozen Fog. Okay. Interesting look. Oh, I'm going to grab a piece of thing to wipe that down. Okay, that's interesting. All right, then Juniper berry. Okay. Don't like that splotch there, but I think I'll handle it. And then the last one I'm going to use is Iron Gate. Okay. And I'm going to wet the paper. I'm really saturating this paper because I really want it to run. This is what I want it to do. Let's get some rivulets going. Okay. Really saturated the paper. This is the most water I've used because I want it to run across the paper. And then where I think it's too splotchy, I'm picking it up with my, I think I'm going to use, oh no, I introduced the wrong color. That's okay. That'll just be interesting. I'm going to swirl it around on here. Did not wipe that up. Didn't think to do that. But that's okay. I'm really, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing with the color on here. Got it really wet. Got a wrong color. Let's see what we're going to do with that. I'm not sure. I'm going to dry it a little. Pull all of that up. Lift that up. See if I can pull it out of there. There we go. Get most of it out. Not all of it. I don't know. I kind of like it, except for that, but I kind of like it. I'm going to keep going with it. I kind of like it. Except for that ugly color. But you know what? That won't hurt anything because you can always cut that off. Will fossilized amber look like it? Very pretty. Very, very different. How about different instead of interesting? Alright. So now I'm gonna go back and spray. And I'm gonna dry. I can barely see that iron fog, but I just put some droplets on it. I'm gonna dry. No water, no nothing, just trying to dry those spots in place. Not too dry, but just dry enough. It'll set a little. And then the next color is that Juniper berry, which is really pretty with this. So this is going to be the Juniper berry, and I'm going to spray that right there. And not going to do anything but no water or anything. Just going to try to dry them in place. Now, what am I going to do with all these backgrounds? I have no clue. But I'll figure it out. Die cutting flowers or something. You can always die cut something. Shapes, whatever. Then Iron Gate is the last color. I'm gonna spray. Oh, it's really a deeper gray. It's really deep. I'm my hands, y'all. No water, no splatters this time. I'm going to do some splatters at the end, but I'm going to get this color locked in. Not too bad. I really like the juniper berry. I'm really liking that. Very nice for a winter background. Clean this bad boy up, because I'm going to swatch it with the water and stuff. Splotches. The water stains going on right there. Trying to decide if I want to put any more color down. Don't think so. I think I'm good. I think I'm really, really good. I think I'm really, really good. Look at that one. The mica stain. Mica powder. Okay, we got one more to do. So for this one, let's make sure this is cleaned off really well, because I do want to do the pouncing. So I'm gonna put down on my mat or on my glass surface. Put down all three colors. Okay. And then put that. I think I'm gonna spray it first. Just spray this just a little bit. Let's sit on the paper for a minute. And then I'm gonna pick up this and pounce. I think if my favorite technique I'm beginning to tell just by doing this is this direct from the bottle, the spray. What I think I'm gonna do with this one, smear it. I just smear it on the edges. I don't know what that's gonna do, but I'm just gonna smear it on the edges. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this, but I think between the two colors, the Iron Gate is my favorite one. Okay. With all the colors, I think that's my favorite one. Got a little fossilized amber on there. I'm still picking up the colors on my thing. Okay, that's interesting. So let's run the brayer. See if I like that look better. I think the Juniper is like my favorite color. I'm just really being just really light. Because I want to really get this color moving. Let's see if I can get it on there. I don't have such a big splotch of color. kind of like the effect. Not too bad looking. Got a different look. Got a little bit of veining on there. And that's just for me using what's on the glass mat. I'm gonna mess up anything. Okay. Kind of like it. I'm wondering if you need more, a little bit more of the lighter gray. So now, see if I get some splatters. Just some subtle. Okay. I think I'm good with that. I don't know. What you think? It's gonna be my last one for today. But I think I'm done playing with colors, and I'll show you these two next to each other. I don't know if I want to hit it up. I think I'm going to splatter it with some water after this. Oh, wow. I don't mean that. Because just putting that little spray of that frozen fog on top, I think that did it. I think the next time I do this, I'm going to really concentrate on the brayer method. I think I have something in mind. But again, Brenda's mind is color the whole page. I really think I like that. Okay, I don't know if you can see you can't really see, can you kind of see the little splatterings? Very almost industrial. Oh, I think I'm in love with that Juniper berry. And I think this is the color combination. Oh my goodness. I really like it. Do I put any? Okay, let's do this. Let's do a few water splatters. Not a lot. Just to kind of get that effect going. I mean, I think I know why Tiffany likes her sprays. I can see why. Sorry about that. I can totally see why she likes the sprays. Because I mean, you can't really make two different looks. Same sprays, same color combo, different ways of applying it. So that was the this set is the Frozen Fog, Iron Gate, and Juniper Berry. I think this is my favorite color combination. This combination was the Burnt Ember, Yuletide, and Harvest Moon. Of these, I think I like this one the best. But you tell me which of these two panels. The one on the left, Wedding Ring, one on the right. And then this one, actually like this too. This is a little more funky. This more tie-dye to me. So this is the one on the right. So this one is the Fortune Teller, Wicked Elixir, and Juniper Berry. Which one do you like? The one on the left, the one on the right? You tell me. But those I got, I mean, I could have kept going because I got more color combinations, but those were the panels that I got out of today's play. I've got some Distress stains, so I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, and then I think it's on the paste the next time. We'll see what happens, but I think I'm going to finish this out. I'm going to let these finish drying. But I think my next goal is the quote-unquote state of play is to use the Distress stains. So I will talk to you guys next time. If you've made it this far, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment.